Was your hair tight? When I wake up in the morning, my bed has says 4A. Like, was your hair tight? Tryna go out tonight. I think I need my body. It's always a kinky conversation. A kinky conversation. But I got that magic.
Hey, and welcome to Kinky Conversations. As always, I'm here with my curl friends. Hey. We have our special guest, Tierra Burrell of Tierra Goes Green. Let's just kind of jump right in, Tierra. I mean, knowing you for a long time, honey. Like, literally, we were both wearing weave.
Weave-alacious.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing a picture. We did a hair campaign back then. And I remember seeing a picture, and you were much heavier back then. And just seeing her with the weave, and then one day she was just like, I'm vegan. I don't wear the weave anymore. It was like an explosion.
Exactly. It transformed every aspect of my life. It literally, I had no idea that just by the food that I was eating, it was going to gauge so many different aspects of myself, of my health, of my spirituality, of my mental health, of every aspect of who I am. Definitely started with the food, and that was basically like the keys of unlocking things into like Wonderland. And then I just literally stopped combing my hair. I tried to do the natural hair girl thing, and it just was not working. My arms was hurting, and then all these products, and then the blow dryer, and then I woke up, and then it's like bedhead, and then it's just like, oh my gosh, I just spent 8 hours doing that. So I was like, what can I do to where I do not have to comb my hair ever again in life? Ever. I'm okay with never doing that process ever again. I was like, I don't want to brush, I don't want to comb, I don't want to blow dryer, nothing. And a couple of my family members were passing away. So I knew when I turned 30, just going into a new decade of life, I was going to lock my hair anyway, just because I've always been attracted to locks. I've always think that it was so beautiful just to see the women. They're so regal and they're just so bountiful. And I think that locks are just very symbolic, or just natural hair as a whole is very symbolic as someone's self-love. It's very courageous. It is very, 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 symbolic of everything that you experience. But with locks, literally everything gets locked in. So as I locked my hair, coating started happening. And I'm looking around like, do you hear that? Like, does anybody? It wasn't until probably 2 years in, people started having that conversation. Like, when you lock your hair, you're locking in information, and they turn into baby antennas. So you start turning on all sorts of receptors and all sorts of ancient information. And then combined with the food, it was opening up so many different portals just of intelligence and just ancient languages, to where you can't explain that to people. It's just a knowing and it's a feeling. Mm-hmm. So that definitely transitioned me.
So can I get cable if I get the lock?
It's a form of cable. It's definitely a form of cable. I don't know if you want to tune into those channels.
No, that's great though. Mm-hmm. No, that's awesome.
Definitely. It's a form of consciousness, like when you literally hold everything inside of you, and it's able to actually just feed you.
So did you just wake up one day and was like, boom, I'm gonna do this?
I'm kind of sporadic like that. Yeah, I'm definitely kind of sporadic like that. I looked at the calendar, so I'm into numerology and things like that. So I definitely waited for the numbers to line up, and I was like, okay, today is the day. Let me go ahead and make my appointment. Let me go ahead and, get my mind right. So I did like a little 3-day juice fast just to make sure everything was clear in front of me, because it wasn't just a vanity thing. I knew whatever I took on, it was going to be a whole different journey of just life and awareness, and just a whole nother state of consciousness.
So in terms of maintaining your locks, how do you keep up the maintenance? Because a lot of times people think that you have locks and you can just let it go. Locks, you do have to do a lot to it to keep it looking good and healthy.
Definitely. And it depends upon the person and their individual lifestyles as well, because it's a spiritual journey when you're going down religious paths and things like that. But with my specific lock journey, I definitely maintain it. So I keep a lot of mentholated products, because I work out advocately, and I don't want to walk around smelling like a wet basement. It could get real bad. It could get really bad. if my hair is damp every day and I just throw it up in a bun. Like, you walk around smelling like damp washcloths.
I've smelled that before.
It can be that way.
I've walked by people.
And that's one of the things to where it is one of those stereotypes when it comes down to locks. So just to answer your question with lock maintenance, I definitely suggest like a lot of peppermint soaps or anything that's mentholated that kind of gives you that tingling type of effect whenever I'm washing my hair with that. And then I go in with a moisturizer, so like a black soap, you know, a liquid black soap, or really, really great conditioners. I actually use your conditioner. Yes, your conditioner is absolutely phenomenal. So thank you just for creating that.
Oh, and thank you for this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hair.com.
I was like, oh, it's you. That's a brand. She was like, yeah, that's mine. Oh, you're awesome.
So you already used her?
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
And y'all just meeting?
We're just meeting. Had no
Wow.
idea. Isn't that amazing?
Divine. Yeah.
That just goes to show, like, when you upgrade a certain quality for your life, you go out seeking different quality things, and handmade products is my thing. I love everything with a handmade touch around it because I feel like that is the energy that I'm absorbing.
Definitely. Oh, that's really interesting. So speaking of products, I mean, I know people out here are wondering what all these goodies are. You know, this is the goodie goddess. So let's talk about some of your products.
Awesome. So let's start with the supplements first, because anytime you are doing anything pertaining to maintenance or just general overall health, it definitely starts from the inside out. A lot of times people get distracted thinking that the products are the solution, where you have to really target the things on the inside. It's all about the internal and external balance. You know, like we have daytime, we have nighttime. It's a contrast. You have to literally weigh everything out. So I always start with everything on the inside. So I have 4 supplements. I have a couple more, but these are the ones that I actually brought to you ladies today, just because these are the general foundations of anti-inflammatory everything. So if you have joint problems, back problems, menstrual situations, if you have any type of up and coming, sometimes if you just have seasonal mucus and allergies and any type of just issue, or just for overall prevention so you don't have issues. This is like my little powerhouse of combating any of those things and just overall prevention. So chlorella is a really good blood balancer. So a lot of us, especially in our communities, we're dealing with a lot of blood issues. And as we know, 90% of all chronic diseases start in the gut. So all of these definitely are the powerhouse of combating those things. So chlorella is a really good blood balancer, and just look up everything afterwards. Moringa is basically nature's multivitamin. So we don't need all of these B vitamins, complex, and prenatal pills like I used to take once upon a time. I'm like, no, I'll just take a prenatal because it kind of has everything in it at once, and I want that flood of nutrients. So moringa, another just leaf herb. Turmeric is 100% anti-inflammatory. It's really good anti-cancerous. It's really good preventing a lot of blood diseases. It's really good for brain balance. It's really, really good for carrying out heavy metals out of your bloodstream as well. And overall, probiotic. Now, all of these definitely are things that people, I would suggest, need on a daily basis. So you can just take everything out, make a little baggie, and just have it with you. Throw it in your purse instead of you sitting here like, oh my gosh, I have 4 vitamins. Do I need to take it at night? Do I need to take it in the morning? I think that it's just overall, just get it in your body. It doesn't matter when. But probiotic is really good just maintaining the gut flora. And a lot of women are vaginal flora as well. If we're eating any type of processed foods, or if we are eating dead animal bodies, as we know, I only eat plants. I am plant-based. Okay? If we are eating dead animal bodies, think about it. We have to preserve our meats, our foods, in a refrigerator, right? Otherwise, it'll go rotten. Our bodies are naturally regulated at 98 degrees. So the moment you start digesting that, it's already cooking, it's already hot on the inside. So what do you think that it actually does? And all of a sudden we smell a certain way and think that it's normal, or we can't necessarily sleep. Well, honestly, we just have decomposition happening on the inside of our bodies. When it comes down to probiotic, these are the things that definitely balance out a lot of our issues.
I remember you saying a long time ago was that, and this like changed everything. She called eggs chicken abortions. Boy, so every time I see an egg, I'm like,
I can't eat eggs.
But they're in stuff though, right? So
I can eat them in stuff.
Yeah,
but I can't
same.
Eat them
I can't just eat no scrambled eggs like that.
If we really understood what we were eating, Like if we really just look at it exactly for what we're eating, just like I said, hey, so you have dead animal bodies in your body and you're just like, it makes you cringe. Just think about exactly what it is. Like there's pieces of dead animals that you're gonna swallow. No judgment. We all are making our conscious decisions. I'm just offering solutions to how to balance everything. And I think that that is where we go wrong. It's not about being vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian or omnitarian, whatever a tarian you call yourself. We all can do better with eliminating refined foods and processed sugars. So let's just balance it out. Yeah.
I have a question about the probiotics.
Yeah.
So, on certain probiotics, you have to take a certain amount, I guess, to really get to get it.
Yeah.
What is yours? Like, what's the amount?
So mine is 40 billion.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, so it's 40 billion. Anytime you're looking for probiotics, and mind you, this can go into a whole nother subject topic just because of the simple fact. Yeah, it's like 16 different strains, and if you're formulated completely different, they all do different things. So they're awesome. Like they're awesome enzymes and things that we actually need in our digestive tract, things that are already there. But when formulated completely different, it definitely offers different effects as well.
So would you say for, let's say, the natural hair community, starting with these 4 can really help? Because, people are saying my hair is dry or my skin, all those things. I guess if our diet is not right, then of course we're not going to see the growth or the flawless skin.
Exactly. Think about any other type of garden or anything that you're feeding or you're nourishing on a daily basis. If it does not have the proper foundation, how can it grow? So you have to really till the soil, pull out the weeds. Pulling out the weeds is a form of detoxing. Like you really have to be mindful and nurture it and understand you don't plant the seeds and eat the fruit the same day.
Girl, you good.
It's a process.
You good. You good.
So tell us about let's talk about before we wrap up, let's talk about the rest of these.
Definitely.
Awesome products.
So going into the skin, of course, we're always looking for really, really good just hydrating systems and what it is that we can actually do. Now, my skincare line definitely focuses around melanin skin, only because of the simple fact we are very dehydrated on this planet. So we're in different climates, we're in different states, and honestly, melanin is a very tropical type of enzyme or entity that is living here on the planet. So 9 times out of 10 when we're vitamin D deficient, when we're iron deficient, we're literally just deficient in the minerals that we're not consuming that our DNA is coded towards. It doesn't matter what you're made up with. Like if you are brown, you're meant to be closer to the equator, period. So when you're thinking about those things, I basically just formulated things in order to be able to give you back sunshine in a jar. So starting off with the cleansing aspect. Charcoal black soap. So I have a charcoal black soap, which can be your cleanser. It can be your body cleanser. A lot of people deal with back acne or arm breakouts or anything like that. It's basically just balancing, and it's bamboo charcoal as opposed to activated charcoal. Activated charcoal can take away. Bamboo puts back in. It's a plant. Okay? Definitely.
Do you think that's more suited towards oilier skin or drier skin or everybody?
Everybody. Definitely everybody. It really, really works, especially dealing with a lot of acne-prone skin as well. But everybody will see the benefits pertaining to that.
Can people use that for shampoo? I've heard that people have used black soap and stuff.
They definitely can. This comes in a bar. I would suggest if you're using black soap as a shampoo, use it in a liquid form, just because it can actually, break down a little bit better and really, really hydrate. But yeah, you can use it all over. A lot of my gym rats actually use this because they're super oily. They're coming out of the gym, they're sweaty, and they just kind of want something to really feed their pores. So following up with that, I have Face Flavor, which is my very first product, my very first creation. I've always been that makeup artist because I'm a retired makeup artist. I've always been that makeup artist that showed up without any makeup on. And it's just like, oh my gosh, your skin, what is this? I'm like, I just put a whole bunch of stuff on. It's like avocados and hemp oils. And then people were just like, so Tierra, I'm not going to go and buy all of those things. Can you just do it for me? And I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't want to be like the product person. But anyway, as capitalism goes, here you go. I will provide a solution.
Can we? I want to smell. It looks like it smells.
See it too.
The process of that, it's an avocado butter base, and that is one of those. Yes, avocado is amazing for those omega-3s, 6, and 9s that we actually need. And then it's a mango butter. So it has so many other things. It has jojoba oil in it. It has baobab seed. It has pomegranate seed oil in it. It has all of those oils. And a lot of times oily skinned people may necessarily think like, oh man, it's all of these oils, I can't use oil. In order to combat any type of oily type of skin, you have to combat oil with oil.
I did not know
Oil,
that.
water goes hand in hand. Yes, it rejects one another. So that is really good just overall any type of issue. So I have 4 different ones. Of course, I have one for the men, because I don't know what it is when it comes down to men in skincare. Why do men neglect their skin? I don't think that skin is gender specific.
No, but they be out here looking real ashy.
Exactly. Why do we accept that just as a whole for men's skincare to not be prominent? So I definitely made one that's more masculine for the fellas. So they definitely feel important and they can walk around with their glow up as well.
The packaging is really nice on that too.
Thank you.
I really like that.
Blue, you know,
yeah.
like, I had to make it blue. They're like,
For the men.
yellow stuff in my bathroom. I don't know. Anyway, so
The thing that I really like is how your supplements go well with the facial products. So it's a balance, and you have a whole system of something that's custom made and handmade. So that's just amazing.
definitely.
It's
I hand make
amazing.
every single product with the labels on them. I put the jars, the stickers. It is all 100% me because I'm a firm believer in that energetic connection. And I believe that's one of the reasons why my products are so successful.
No, that's awesome. Well, honestly, before everything you've done, is even being a makeup artist, you were successful. So I think you just got the Midas touch. So tell them how they can get in touch with you again if they want to, buy some of these amazing products, which I'm about to jump on my phone and order a few, like right now.
Definitely. So all of my creations are definitely available, especially with the body butters and the Temple Treat sauce, and then the kids' face flavor, because the kids can't be left out as well. Everything is available on tierragoesgreen.com, or if you are local to Atlanta, it is available for local pickup at 7 Nanda, which is a local co-op here in Atlanta, Georgia.
So you're going to kill us, but we have some other products, and I want you to stay here to kind of talk. I know you're going to look at a side eye, but there's some products that we have that are our favorite thing.
Definitely.
So ladies, let's go ahead and put a few
Let me
things.
see, pull them out. Pull them out.
No. Okay, so, I'm new to this natural hair thing, so I don't need no judgment. But one of my favorite products as of late is Stay Soft Pro.
Okay, now I know what it is now that I see it. You were talking about it earlier, and I had no idea what you were talking about. Now I know what it is. They have not changed their packaging like ever.
That looks like the vintage Tupperware bowls.
Yeah.
They come in orange and green.
Is that a man's face?
It is.
And a woman.
Oh, there's
And a woman?
Yeah, it's a woman with
She got a
earrings.
short haircut?
Oh.
I think that was the
smells
inspiration
good.
for Soul Glow.
1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul go.
It was it. So one of my favorite ones, like I said, is Stay Soft Pro, from the 70s. I figure if they used it back then, I can use it now.
Now, one thing I definitely want to point out, just because we're going more natural when it comes down to certain things, you got natural hair, we want everything to be consistent across the board. Read the ingredients, just read 2 words. Right.
So aqua, water, glycerin, propylene, glycol, Olith 20.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh. That is one of the things that you always want to be aware of, because your skin is the largest organ on your entire body. Everything soaks up. So I'm pretty sure Ms. Grand Tressa herself can give you a better solution in the natural world for that.
Yeah, that glycol, that's what they use in antifreeze and oven cleaners. So you definitely want to stay away from that, because you have to realize that you're putting this stuff on your hair, but it's also absorbing into your skin. And so a lot of times when we go natural hair, we are still putting artificial ingredients, on our body. So I have a hydrating spritz that I usually formulate for the summer, because I also hand make my products. It's seasonal. So depending on what the hair needs and the body needs, I always switch out. It's never the same. So in the summer, I make a summertime spritz that just has lavender, rosemary, lemongrass, and water, spring water.
So my other product that I love right now is the main choice. It's their deep strengthening and restorative mask treatment. Actually, honestly, y'all, this is like one of the products that I can say has made my hair the softest. And if I look on the back, again, they start with water, then aloe barbadensis, aloe vera, leaf juice, coco's nucifera, coconut oil, Like, can we just have some regular names?
Right. That's always one thing that you want to be alarmed with is if there's never any words that were not on a spelling test, send off your alarms. We don't know those words. Right. We don't know that language. So instead of it being its natural ingredients, it turns into a chemistry experiment.
Come on, man. I have faith in you.
I like the maid choice too.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, one more for me. This is, well, actually, two more. Okay, the other one that I love is my Denman brush. This brush has seen better days.
Yay. That is
The best tool for combing out my kinks. Like, that's the only thing that I can really get through my hair with. So this is one of the best brushes.
Do you mind if I see it?
Sure. You said it felt like a doll brush.
It does feel like a doll brush. I just wanted to see if you use, I know some people modify it.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if you had modified it.
They take the teeth out to, like, I guess make it wider, I guess, because for me the Denman brush didn't really work because I felt like I was pulling too much of my hair out, and so people always told me, well, you have to modify it, take out some of the teeth and make it, I guess, like a wide tooth comb. I never did it. I just did away with it. Yeah, it was pulling out. I was also real hard on my hair, so there was me. It wasn't just the brush. So we just go put that out there. But yeah, I just stopped using it. I just finger detangle now because I was afraid after I used it.
So off with the Denman brush.
No, bring the brush back.
You said it's gonna take off my hair, but I did see a lot of hair, honestly.
Okay.
But I thought it was good.
It was dead hair.
And the final one for me is called Fro Butter with emu oil.
Cute.
Yeah.
Emu's a bird. How do they? Ooh, this smells good. It smells so good. Now, this just reading the ingredients definitely seems like a safer way to go because you can actually read every single thing. And a lot of things start out with the word organic. Anytime something is labeled organic, 9 times out of 10, they had to go through so much legislation dealing with politics just to use that word. So definitely trust it. You can read every single thing on there. So I would give this a green and say go with this. And it smells amazing. Oh, this, yeah. I want to grease my scalp.
All right. With emu oil. Can y'all tell, what is emu oil? Like, what exactly does that do?
So it's very, very hydrating. It is a good healing agent. But unfortunately, with me and my lifestyle, I'm trying to stay away from anti-animals. It basically, emu bird looks like a big, what is that thing? It's not a pigeon, it's a
Ostrich.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
From Australia.
how they get the oil, I have no idea, and I do not want to know those practices. But it is a very amazing moisturizer. I just don't want to know. Some things I just really do not want to know. So, yeah.
Anybody else have any products?
So I actually didn't bring my products with me today, but some of my favorite ones are going to be Jane Carter, her Incredible Curls. I love that one. And I've actually been using a face oil on my hair. It is by Biosan, but basically I think it comes from either sugarcane or olives.
Okay.
So it's not the kind that comes from like shark livers.
Definitely.
But it's like super light and it really absorbs well into the skin and into your hair, and it just feels really, really nice.
Even better, I have a solution for that. Get into the Temple Treat sauce.
Yes, I was actually looking at this earlier. I was like,
Definitely.
this looks very interesting.
It goes again with that feel of the texture that you actually like with that olive oil. There's the avocado oil. There's the Baobab Seed Oil.
What is that, by any
Baobab
chance?
Seed is let's just say if coconuts had a cousin tree. That's what you want.
Okay.
You know, like, so you know the medicinal effects of coconut oil. This one's more ancient. So the baobab tree is ultra moisturizing. Once again, going back to those minerals that actually come from native lands, and that is what grows everything, is the minerals and the dirt. That's why the trees flourish. That's why we have the fruit. It's all about the minerals. So when you go strictly to the mineral source, so once again, the avocado is very hydrating. That definitely combats with your olive oil, not as heavy.
All of you out there really have to check out Tierra Goes Green and Grand Tressa. Where is the Grand Tressa?
I'm also in Seven Ondas. Yeah.
I'm saying, where the product at? Where is the product? You gotta show them the product.
The table.
Hey,
So
it's
this
all
is
love.
the twist cream.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, that's
This is my favorite product. I was talking to her about her product, not knowing that it was her.
That's crazy. Oh, so you already know how it smells.
I use that as my lock twist oil.
Oh yeah.
So imagine if we all brought the community together of all the people who make all these natural products. Like, it needs to be some type of, not when I say bizarre, like some type of something like a community where we can, because there's too many people that have amazing products that you don't know about. So tell them again while we wrap up, how can they get in touch with you?
You can get in contact with me by info@freeyourhair.com. They can also purchase my products at Seven Nanda's Natural Foods, as well as my website, www.freeyourhair.com.
And it's Y-O,
freeyourhair.com.
And Tierra, tell them again where they can find.
You can find everything Tierra Goes Green on tierragoesgreen.com or Tierra Goes Green on Instagram, which is my main social media outlet. Or if you are local to Atlanta, everything is available for local pickup at Seven Nanda Local Co-op on Moreland Avenue in Little Five Points.
That's amazing. I will be picking some up like right now. You take Cash App?
I sure do.
All right, Cash App it is.
Y'all, this oil is amazing.
Oh, like she's still over there feeling herself. So thank you all again for watching. And as always, leave a comment. Let us know what you feel about the show, what you'd like to see in the future. Stay connected to our curl community. And if you have any questions, you can always catch us at kinkyconvos.com, on Facebook, The Kinky Conversations Show, and on Instagram at Kinky Conversations. And again, as always, keep it kinky.
For more kinky conversations, log on now to www.kinkyconvos.com or on Instagram at Kinky Conversations. Interested in being on the show or showcasing your natural hair products? Use hashtag Kinky Conversations or hashtag CurlFriends.